Soldier travels 40 hours to act as a patient to surprise his doctor wife. It's heartwarming to read success stories of long-distance relationships. They say that distance makes the heart grow fonder. This is true for this couple who had to live separately because of their line of work. Joshua Splinter works as a family physician for the Texas Army National Guard. He and his wife had to deal with the long distance since he was stationed in Djibouti, Africa. His wife, who also is a doctor, lives in Texas, which is about 8,500 miles away from him. One day, Joshua decided that it's time to give her a pleasant surprise. After 5 months of being stationed in Africa, he finally got the news that he can go home. He was very excited to pack his bags and fly back home to his wife. But he knew that Alice deserved something better than that. While he was away, she'd been working hard to finish her residency program. Little did she know her husband has a surprise prepared for her. So this Army medic decided to visit her at her doctor's office. She's a pediatrician, and he knows that she'll be in her clinic when he arrives. To pull off this surprise, Joshua needed to pose as a new patient while waiting at his wife's clinic. He was transported back home by military aircraft. It was a long 40-hour flight, but he didn't care. What made this all difficult was the differences in time zones. He was forced to lie to her while they were chatting. He would say that it was his bedtime when, in reality, they were in the same time zone. Joshua made sure that he recorded this once-in-a-lifetime moment. He arrived at his wife's clinic. In his video, he said, "I'm totally hyped. I'm way more nervous than I thought I'd be." To make this plan a successful one, he asked his friends for help. This friend is one of Alice's colleagues. Thankfully, the friend is more than happy to help with this epic surprise. The friend admitted, "I'm so excited." As caught in the video, a woman opens the door. They thought that they got caught, but thankfully, it was just one of the nurses in the clinic. So the friend briefed the nurse. He followed her to go and get Alice. A few minutes later, the friend came back into the room. The friend can be heard telling Joshua, "I'd like you to meet Dr. Alice." Alice walked in and said hi for a brief moment until she laid eyes on him. In less than a second, complete surprise can be seen on Alice's face. She just let her clipboard fall to the floor as she moves to give her husband a huge hug. Finally, they're back in each other's arms. Serving the military is not going to be easy, especially for families. That's why reunions like this never fail to touch our hearts deeply. It's heartwarming to see how Joshua went out of his way, traveled 40+ hours across the globe to make this reunion a memorable one. That huge smile on her face and the bear hug she gives him is a good indication that all his efforts were worth it.